It's Zena. Welcome to Spooky Stuff. Basically what I'm going to show you guys is Tampa Bay's top 5 creepy places. So Tampa Bay has some of the craziest ghost tales I've ever heard of. And since I live here, I just thought it would be really cool to share with you guys those top favorites of mine. So the first place that we're going to actually start off with is actually right over here. It is the Sunshine Skyline Bridge. So I'm going to give you guys just a quick little history of that because, you know, okay. I don't know what that was. We're going to keep it though. So many horrible things happened to this bridge alone. So the bridge that you see there right now, that is not the original bridge. That bridge was built in the 1980s. And I believe that was hit about twice. So the first time it was hit in January. The second time it was hit in May of 1980. So January 1980, May 1980. And the one that happened in May of 1980 was the worst bridge collapse all throughout like Florida. Like it was just a disaster where 35 people plunged into the bay to their deaths, including a Greyhound bus. Horrible pier now. But people swear who go fishing on that pier, they say that they can feel the breeze of the bus flying by them. Some even had said that they can smell the gasoline. Some even said that they can see that ghost bus plunging into the bay. Are some toll workers who claim to see a woman hitchhiking at midnight. Sometimes she gets picked up by passengers. That still happens in 2020. People are picking up strangers. And not by Lyft or Uber. They're just at the side of the road. Why am I like this? No, but yeah, the creepy part is that people, when they say that they picked up this woman, that they say after a while she starts to get like all freaked out and stuff, and so next thing they know that she vanishes. I don't believe that, just to be honest with you, but I do believe that people who sit on the pier, who's fishing on the pier, that they may feel that breeze of the bus going by. Yeah.
Why not?
Are you still recording?
I am.
Okay, don't include that into the video.
No, I am.
Okay, yeah, so that was our first spot. Now we're going to go to one of Tampa Bay's creepy haunted hotels. I've been saying creepy so many times, so I'm gonna stop. This was the last time. Okay, hey guys, so we are now standing right in front of the Don Cesare. This beautiful pink luxurious hotel was built in the 1920s and it was owned by this guy named Thomas Rowe and his boo thing Lucinda. The couple originally met in London, but Lucinda's parents, they were not having it, so they sent her back to Spain, and unfortunately the two never saw each other again. So Thomas came back and he built this hotel because it reminded him of where him and Lucinda originally first met. But sadly he died in the 1940s, and so then some of the guests along with some of the workers, they say that they see the ghost of Thomas Rowe and his boo Lucinda walking hand in hand on the beach. So even though it is like a ghost story, it's still like creepy. And I know I said I wouldn't use creepy again, but that's the right word to describe it. Another side note is that there has been some Lifetime movies that were filmed here. I don't really remember the titles off the top of my head, but I have seen it. And for some reason, like the people who were in it, they were calling it St. Pete's. Like, yeah, we're gonna be hanging out in St. Pete's. And it's just like, why are they calling it that? Like, I didn't know. But anyway, why am I like this? I've always thought that this hotel was really gorgeous and beautiful. So just happy to share it with you guys. Was that too dry?
Well, like your mouth is dry?
No, was it like too, or should I put on lip gloss? So we made it to downtown St. Pete and we are at Comfort Station number 1, which is probably the most beautiful public bathroom I've ever seen before in my life, as well as the most haunted public bathroom. So this, she really needs to get out of here. Why was she in my face? No, okay, should I do that over?
Yeah.
Okay, now we're at number 3 on the list and we are in downtown St. Pete at the Comfort Station number 1. So this Roman-esque beautiful public bathroom was built back in the 1920s. And there has been a slew of stories from people visiting, locals who are just saying each person has this tale about seeing black smoke in the mirror, or seeing an old woman named Agnes wearing shoes from the 1930s. I don't know if I want to go in there, to be honest with you, but I guess I'll just tell you the story. So there was this woman who was visiting from Wisconsin with her sister, and she decided that she had to take a little potty break. So her sister was like, oh yeah, sure. So then her sister waited outside. She went inside the bathroom. Her sister's just out there living her life. You know, the woman's in the bathroom doing her thing, and she hears the door opens, and she thinks it's her sister. So she's like, oh, is that you, Clara? It's not Clara. And the person says, oh no, it's Agnes. And she said, Agnes sound like an older woman, like an old lady. And she was like, oh, you know, trying to be friendly, even though they probably both have their pants down using the bathroom. She tries to have like a conversation with her, and she says, you know, oh, you know, how long have you lived here, Agnes, you know, since she was visiting St. Pete? And the woman said a very, very long time. And then that's when she looked down and saw her shoes, and her shoes were from like the 1930s. My shoes are actually from 2019, maybe 18. They're a little dirty. Okay, that's enough, please. So yeah, she finished, you know, using the bathroom. She's coming out of the stall. She's washing her hands. And she looks back at the stall that's next to her, and guess what? That stall is empty. She was freaked out completely. She runs out of the restroom. Her sister's just standing out there like, what's wrong with you? You know, and she's just like, she asks her sister, hey, did anyone come in here? And the sister says no. So that's just one of many, many stories. There's even been women saying that they'll see black smoke in the mirror. This one woman complained how the lights shut off and she felt something touching her leg. I don't know if I believe that one, but that freaks me out enough to question if I would like to go in that bathroom or not. And I think I might. Hopefully nothing follows me home. I might just peek my head in. We'll see.
She's really doing it. That maniac's really doing it.
Update, I peeked my head in. So I didn't go in fully, but I did get great pictures.
Why not?
I don't know, I got scared. And then when I was coming in, this girl was already finished. So I'm not gonna be in there alone, you imagine? No. Okay, so I'm standing right in front of the Tampa Theatre. This theater claims to be one of the most haunted places here in Tampa Bay. But I must admit, I've been here plenty of times, and unfortunately, I've never encountered anything spooky or ghosts or anything like that, which is so unfortunate because I love this theater. They actually have this thing during October called A Nightmare on Franklin Street, where they program like a whole bunch of horror movies for like hardcore horror fans, and then you could probably even bring like your family if you have kids or whatever. But yeah, anyway, the point is that this is one of the most haunted places, one of the most haunted theaters in Tampa. So one of the stories that I've heard like from one of the staff is that sometimes they'll hear in the lobby, they'll hear keys jingling, like as if someone's trying to lock up. There's even some people, like some moviegoers, who claim that they can smell smoke if they sit towards like the back of the balcony towards the projectionist, because one of their first projectionists named Robert Finkley, I believe his name is, we'll just call him Fink. He was working there for a long time, and then he died, and it was just some natural causes, I believe, maybe a heart attack or something like that. And yeah, but he was a chain smoker. Smoking is not allowed in that theater, but people claim that they can smell the smoke. There's even, as far as it goes, as I know, as a haunted seat in there, where guests claim that they see a man sitting in a chair wearing like a fedora, and yeah, he's a ghost. Okay, now here we are at Oakland Cemetery, Tampa's oldest public burial ground in downtown Tampa. So it's approximately 164 years old. There are a couple of spooky legends involving this cemetery, but the one that really creeps me out. That's it. Yeah. And then maybe we could, I don't know. You'll be able to figure it out. Fine.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, that'll work.
You know what's funny is that a lot of people who come to the cemetery, they always say that they feel like they're being watched.
Oh wow.
Isn't that creepy?
Yeah, that's
like they just feel
crazy.
Completely uneasy. Something that I thought was pretty cool for me. Well, when I heard about this, it's not cool what happened, but it's kind of freaky. So there was a man who actually broke into a family's, like a wealthy family's house, and this was like in 1882. And he was actually hung for this, but he broke into a family's home and he tried to assault their daughter.
Wow.
So as a result, he is buried somewhere here in this cemetery. And some people say that at dawn, if you find his grave, and over his grave you'll see a shadow that looks like someone is hanging from it.
Wow.
Yeah. If you ever do come to the cemetery, I would just recommend being respectful, obviously. So, I don't know if I feel that way, if I feel that feel a little bit off or feel like I'm being watched, but it just seems kind of peaceful here.
It is.
That was my video. That was my list of top 5 haunted places here in Tampa Bay. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you'll check out some of the places, or if you have checked out some of the places, let me know, or just comment which location would be in your top 5, top 3, top 30. So this was a lot of fun to film. I hope that we all learned to stop. Why am I lying? It was really hard for me to like dwindle it down to just 5, but these are the ones that really stood out for me and like really just gave me chills and just creeped me out completely. So thank you all for watching.
Yeah.